Good morning, everybody. And oil moving up is where one thing that's moving here this morning. Others we'll get to, but not really much happening here overall. But oil, it's coming up into this resistance area up here. That's a decent retracement off of the low. I want to take a look at the weekly chart. So we are at the end of the week. And just kind of a wide consolidation. And overall, oil's holding up, but these oil ETFs, I guess maybe in part, an overall long-term bullish view on these oil stocks. And, because of the way that they dipped down and came right back again, they're not out of the woods yet, but you could see the XLE is gapping up here, and it's got this congestion to deal with. But, just the price action in crude oil makes me think that this is going to result in a downside shakeout versus a sell setup to drop again. Anytime we see a wide range bar like this and prices rally back up above it, negating that bearish bar, that's a bullish event. However, you got this resistance here, which says, wait, let's see what it does at this resistance. But so far, this is gapping up and continues to act pretty well, and oil going up. So it may be, in a little while, come back to these as a long. And it didn't work out over here. So we'll see what happens there. S&Ps just sideways. It's been a whole week of nothingness. And you can see we got the 5 days here, and, just came up to the all-time high, backed off, and just sitting there. So still in an uptrend, still bullish, but just quiet. Nothing kind of trading going on here. Coming into the end of August. So vacation time over. We still got another week, but, once we get through that, then we're going to see, September, October, things pick up again. And once the school thing, well, I guess the school thing's starting in different places already. But, look for activity to start picking up after that. NQs just hanging up here. See the dips down toward the 50 being bought. Yesterday they couldn't hold on to the gains, fell back down, held support, grinding here, back toward that high. So whippy, but bullish price action. And we'll see how it plays out. Given it time so far, just staying on the bullish side. We're looking for prices to go higher. Dow consolidating up at that resistance, which you can see right there, right? The old high. So more bullish price action. It just can't get going. There was yesterday's sell-off and now negated. It's pretty much been the MO of this market. Bulls come in. Yesterday's buying was aggressive in the morning. Tech back in favor again, moving up, and then all of a sudden, everybody runs for the door, and prices go down, and now they come back up again. Truly a schizophrenic type of a market, but stepping back and looking at things from a longer term perspective, it's bullish. Just not, moving with momentum like it was here, but consolidating, and we're waiting. Bonds backing off right from where they should. Deep retracement up into that resistance. So, but that doesn't mean much in this market. Meaning down, rip back up into the top of the range, back down, into the top of the range, back down, into the top of the range. So it's kind of, are we being trained to do this, where this is now going to be the one that is caught Who knows? But based on this price action, well, it's starting to go down today. We're going to see how far. But our discussion yesterday at the end of the day was if these bonds started to pull back, which that means yields are going up, that should be supportive of financials. And, they were up a little bit earlier. So overall, what we want to see is, can this hold up here? And will it eventually break out if those bonds keep pulling back? So another theme we're keeping an eye on to see if financials can start to move up. And then, the one is the energy stocks, if they start to move up. We already looked at crude oil, gold, a little bit of consolidation after the drop, coming up into some resistance there. And, well, I haven't had any interest as far as that goes. And as far as what's moving today, Dan has gone over most of that. Netflix. No real interest there. I'm looking at this. I've been looking at the depth of retracement here, which is somewhat bullish. And it's holding up today. It's up a little bit into that bar, but this is going to need more time. Let's see what that does. Apple continues to act well. It's consolidating there, but hey, uptrend gets a little extended. It's not pulling back. It's holding up better than most things. It moved higher where most did not, so it's definitely in favor. Should continue to move up. Semiconductors, they're messy, but boy, did they come for them yesterday. And then they didn't want them anymore. We got this topping tail. So we'll see where this goes. I guess overall, this week has just been one in which no big moves. I mean, Russell did make a new all-time high, of course, and it's holding on to that. So that's a plus. The transports are a plus. The euro's holding up here. So I guess some ease and tensions about those currencies, of course. It's a relatively deep retracement off of the low. And got transports pulling back a little bit after making a new all-time high, which should set up a buy setup as long as they don't come all the way back down here. Ideally, they're going to stop there. Well, I guess we should make it a green line, right? Minor support. If it's very bullish, it's going to stop there. And if it's not so bullish, it's going to come all the way back down to there. So now we wait to see if it begins to turn, and really nothing happening here pre-market. And it typically doesn't too much anyway, unless, the whole markets are moving in some way or another. Retailing continues to do pretty well. And topping tail versus a bottoming tail bar. And I'd like to see it consolidate. I mean, it's Friday. I'm not going to initiate a position in that on a Friday. Telecom continues to improve, but it's really whippy. And here we're keeping an eye on to see if this internet ETF can get above this resistance. And this was off to the races yesterday, like everything else, and then it just died. And there was, that how prices were moving in a lot of stocks in the morning, and then down it went. So we'll see what it wants to do today. Right now, it's dead in the water. Just looking at what here is of any interest. This is retesting the low. was checking it out yesterday. I think I have an alert on this. It's not doing anything. It's actually down here this morning. This is trying to come back to life. This was a big winner here and had a big pullback. So it's in possibly a rebuilding mode, but this was an IPO and it was big time being accumulated. So now I've got on a thumbnail to see if it starts coming back. And Ross gapping down here. I don't know if did that report earnings today? Yes. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a little ahead of itself. This is a retailer that historically outperforms many of them. I don't know why. I mean, it's more of a thrift store, I think. I don't know if that's the right term for it, but I just noticed over the years, after corrections, it tends to be one that comes back all the time. Twitter, which unfortunately I didn't take any profit on yesterday when it ran up like that. I thought it would have a minor pullback, and it had a big pullback. It was up a little bit earlier today. It is a bottoming type of pattern where it's trying to turn back up again. And, sometimes these get some legs and make really nice moves. And I got into this somewhere in here. And so, I mean, it's still profitable, but gave back yesterday. And we'll just see what it does here. This market's opening up here, so I have to switch to the other platform, and I don't know if Dan has still got power there.
Yeah, I'm here. I'll tell you before I shut down.
All right, well, you want to do the norm, or you want me to do today?
Yeah, no, I'll start off. Yep, I'll go as long as I can. All right. Alrighty. Whoa, look at Reddit talking about Rust. Oh my God. Greg, that's quite a prediction right there.
What prediction? I didn't really make a prediction. I just was an observation.
You said that it typically powers back.
Well, I really meant from a longer term point
I
of view
know.
when they had bigger corrections.
Oh, look at this Adobe powering through there. Wow. Glancing at opens, look, IWM, we got weekend risk, but